So they did the reveal. Preator is a Morphin Master. He's a Morphin Master, the secret is out. So comicbook.com released some preview images for issue 38 coming out on Wednesday, and I don't know what to say about him. They revealed some of Preator's backstory, but the thing with Preator's backstory, Eleanor or Eloran, Ari, whatever you want to call her at this point, she says Preator lies a lot. So Preator could be telling the truth with this backstory, or this backstory could be fabricated. So it's hard to believe what we are being told right now. He could be telling the truth, he could not be telling the truth, and Preator's backstory would be interesting if it wasn't thrusted on us. 2 issues left to go, and that's the thing, we've got 2 issues left. We finally learn his backstory and why he's doing the things that he does. And like I said in my last video, we know nothing about Preator. He's barely made any appearance. They never hinted at him being a Morphin Master. People might have saw the clues with the signia on the chest, but there was never a clue for Preator being a Morphin Master since he appeared. Some people caught on, but some people didn't catch on, but we didn't get any clue about who he was or what he was doing. All we know, he was just some weird master manipulator, and then we get his backstory thrusted on us at the last minute that may or may not be true. And sure, his backstory is interesting, the only problem with it is thrusted on us at the last moment for a character that not many people care about it. I'm sure Preator has some fans out there, but I'm not one of them. I don't like this character, he's boring and not that interesting. So that's the thing about this character. He's not an interesting character. The best way to compare him to is Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. Jiren from Dragon Ball Super, we know nothing about him. He was very bland, he didn't say anything, he just meditated. And then we learned his tragic backstory when Dragon Ball Super had like 3 or 4 episodes ago. And they're like, hey, care about this character. He's got a very sad backstory, a very sad generic backstory that makes him seem like Batman, to Goku being somewhat Superman. So, Preator has a boring backstory, and sure, it's interesting lore, but Margaret Bennett is just adding lore that is just meant to be fan service for the fans. I'm sure it'd be a different story, maybe if someone else was writing it, but the way she's handled the characters, making them seem like her own not her own creations, just because they're isolated from the main canon of Power Rangers, they're in their own universe. They aren't that interesting, and the fact that she has this backstory for Preator related to the Zeo Crystals, the Morphin Masters, it doesn't seem that interesting to me, I'm sorry. And the reason why that character's backstory isn't interesting, because the character itself for the past arc has not been interesting. He's been very boring, hiding in the shadows, waiting to make his appearance, and when he finally does, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about this character anymore. He's fucking boring. And I know that I praised this character at the start of the arc with how cool his design was and how he was a big mystery, but after that he took a back seat after he was defeated in the Space War, and he didn't do anything, he wasn't mentioned. It's just like, he went on autopilot and forgot about him, and now that he finally makes an appearance, I don't care about him. He's just not that interesting for me. I'm sorry, Beyond the Grid, just rereading it, it's not that good, and I know it's hard to compare to Shattered Grid, but Margaret has handled this arc not so well. She's butchered some of my favourite characters, making them act so out of character, and I don't know what to think anymore. They've just turned, it's like, hey, he used to be a Morphin Master, people care about that, but I don't care about Preator being a Morphin Master, whether his backstory is real or not. It's just, I don't know what to think anymore. And I know that people are going to say I'm bitching for the sake of bitching, or I'm complaining for the sake of complaining, but you can't just take a character, a brand new character, add him into the original lore and expect us to care about him and be in awe. I know that that's the case for other characters that have appeared, like Lord Drakon, but Preator, just, he wasn't that interesting, and I get the feeling that Margaret's last-ditch effort was to make him seem connected to the original lore like the Morphin Master. That's not working, and his backstory just seems so, even if it's fabricated or not, just the fact is like, hey, he used to be a Morphin Master, care about this stuff. I don't care if he was a Morphin Master that went evil. I'm not going to feel sorry for him, I'm not going to feel sad for him, because we've had spent no time with this character, and she's expecting us to care for him, and I don't care about Preator. I'm sorry. You had no development with this character, no time spent with this character, just mentioning him about what he does. And he might have seemed threatening, but after now, he doesn't seem that threatening because, I don't know, I'm just lost for words right now as I'm just ranting. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I've probably gone in circles 50 times already, so tell me what you think about this backstory. Do you like it, don't like it? Because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of mixed opinions about it. I'm one of them, so thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.